Hey, what's up, guys? It is YouTube Thursday. We're just kind of cruising right on through the work week. We do have some scattered showers and thunderstorms out there right now across southeastern Kansas that are going to kind of drift through as we head into the evening hours, but these won't be too strong as we go through the next couple hours. Hang on. But we do have a low severe threat as we get into the overnight hours for us tonight. And I really think this is going to be Kansas and Oklahoma. I don't expect any right now. I'm not expecting much of anything on the Missouri side, but we're going to have to see how all these storms come together. 2 a.m., 7 a.m., that is when our low threat will kind of push through the region. All right, we do have flash flood watch in effect. Obviously, the ground is very saturated. Flash flood watch in Kansas, Oklahoma, Arkansas, and extreme southwestern Missouri. But here's our little batch that is rolling through right now. And these are moderate thunderstorms. It's kind of dying as it's getting into southwestern Missouri, but at the same time, it's kind of flaring back up in our western counties. So these are going to push through over the next few hours. You can see these are just now getting into the Joplin metro, Pittsburgh, over toward McCune, Oswego, Columbus, a few showers, and then these extend back through Montgomery County, Chautauqua, Elk County, so Fredonia, Neodesha, Chanute. Again, none of these are very strong, just north of Ellsmore, Iola over toward Yates Center, and then they pick up a little bit Greenwood County in our far western counties, and then a little bit stronger once you get just to the northeast of Wichita. So that's kind of what we're watching for the evening hours. Again, nothing to be concerned about. These will overall start to die off as we go through the next few hours, but they are going to be out there for about the next 2 to 3 hours. And then we'll kind of focus on what's going to happen a little bit later on tonight. All right, let me skip through a few graphics. All right, so here's where we're going to watch later on tonight. Band showers, thunderstorms. We'll try to get going right out eastern Colorado, southern parts of Nebraska, western Kansas. Now the question is, will we get a band that shoots to our north? Will we get a band that shoots to our south? I think there is going to be a split there, so that is interesting for us a little bit later on tonight. So let's go through time. The band that's pushing through now, weekends, and then late tonight. Again, this is a model projection, and I don't even think it's accurate right now. We'll start to pick up later on tonight. But look how these dive into southeastern Kansas. So we will get some stronger storms. If you live in Yates Center, Neodesha, Fredonia, Independence, Eureka, probably Parsons, Chautauqua, Welch, Nowata, Bartlesville, Veneta, Grand Lake. But once you get to Joplin, it may completely miss the metro area. So that's something I want to watch. Look how these dive into northeastern Oklahoma, but they never really get into Joplin. They never really get into Pittsburgh. So that's what we got to kind of keep our eyes on. But again, we are going to have a low severe threat with these. This is 5 o'clock in the morning. If we had anything severe, we're talking about gusty winds and also some large hail. These kind of skirt south, very heavy amounts of rain. So by 6:30, they're affecting northeastern Oklahoma, all of northwest Arkansas, so Bella Vista, Bentonville, Rogers, Springdale, down toward Fayetteville. You guys are into the action, but look how it just kind of skirts right on by Joplin. So we'll have to see when these develop, if they shift a little bit farther north, and this whole band is a little farther north, or if it actually shifts a little bit farther south. There's going to be a cluster of storms that works in. It's just a question of who's going to get hit right now, and sometimes that's kind of hard to figure out. But these are going to push on by. By the time we get into late morning, a few more are going to flare up in west central parts of Missouri. So on the Missouri side, as we get into the early afternoon, so here's 12:30, a few scattered thunderstorms could pop up, and those could be a little bit strong, and then they kind of push through, and then we look pretty good as we head into the afternoon. All right, here's your day planner. 64 to start, 74 by noon, high temp of 84 as we go into the afternoon hours. Tomorrow night, I think it looks pretty good, mid-60s, and then the heat starts to kick in. Look at this. As we go into Saturday, we go into the upper 80s for highs. All right, rainfall amounts again. If we track it the way it looks right now, not much in Joplin, not much in Pittsburgh. The heavy stripe goes through southeastern Kansas, northeastern parts of Oklahoma. Who has outdoor plans this weekend? I'm actually going to go floating, so I'm looking forward to that. Upper 80s once again By Saturday, lower 90s into Sunday. Monday, we're back into lower 90s. Tuesday, we're back into the lower 90s. If you want to dry out and heat up, next week we start to do it. We get into a much drier pattern. It's the same pattern. Of course, I always talk about the heady pattern. We are in this pattern until the third week of September, but it's kind of a summer version of the pattern, and it's going to get hot, it's going to get humid, and much drier as we go through about the next 2 to 3 months. Of course, I'll keep you updated. I'll probably give you another YouTube video later on tonight as these storms develop. We'll talk about it, figure it out. If you have any questions, comments, drop them below. Make sure you like, subscribe, and then ring that bell. All right, guys, chat soon.